What are your opinions on incubators and accelerators? Will they help me?
So many times when I was first starting, and even today, I had a moment of, oh my gosh, if this happens, I've won. I met with Gary Vaynerchuk very early on. It's a video online I've published a few times. He was very hard on me, very aggressive. Most people don't get past the first couple minutes because he's basically interrupting me every 5 words and yelling at me and biting his nails. But I flipped him, and by the end of the meeting, his secretary kept coming back, kept saying, go away. We really connected, and he said, I'm going to help you. This is a great idea. I'm going to help you. And he kept saying that. And then he never helped me. I got into an incubator. I gave away 10% of my company. They gave me 6 months to pull out if I wanted to. And in month 5, I pulled out because they weren't providing value. Got into another incubator, 7% of the company a little bit later. Same thing, pulled out. I've had big corporate contracts that I thought were going to change the company and they didn't. So I operate under the assumption, this is a Andreessen quote, Mark Andreessen, there are no silver bullets, only lead ones. I met with employee number 5 at Facebook, who later became employee number 2 at LinkedIn, who later became a famed investor. And he said even Facebook, he was employee 5, was stacking S curves, which means no progress, progress, no progress, no progress, progress. No. And so it ends up looking like, a zigzag going up. So what his point is like even Facebook, the most viral, exciting company perhaps in the past 2 decades or ever, even that had repetitive periods of plateau and indecision and frustration and lack of growth until they found out the way to unlock the next tier, the next layer. So my opinion on incubators and accelerators is don't assume they're going to change your life, because they're not. Some are really good and people have very positive experiences, and some are terrible. And be open to the notion that getting into one might not be the best thing for you, and try to negotiate the terms whereby you're not giving away the 6% of your company when you sign on the dotted line. And I guess I'll just say as a quick follow-up to that, my personal opinion is that they do not work. I've tried 2. I know 20 founders that have had horror stories. Most incubators take on too many companies. They have 26 of them. They pay attention to their 3 darlings. When you need them most is when you're suffering, and when you're suffering is when you're least promising to their portfolio. And so you tend to be neglected.